So listen, I'm always drawn to strange myths and discoveries of far and beyond places, unique places, just exotic places. And the Congo is one of them, along with the Amazon rainforest. Like those two right there rank up for me. So I'm always drawn to, when I come across videos, I gotta check them out. So this video here is 1 minute ago, Congo rainforest shut down after a terrifying discovery. So we're gonna check out some conspiracy theories that'll make you question everything. So remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's check it out.
Evidence has emerged proving that the legendary Mokele-mbembe might still be alive in the depths of the Congo. After years of mystery and speculation, this revelation could rewrite what we know about extinct species. What has kept this dinosaur hidden for so long? How did researchers uncover proof of its existence? Join us as we dig into this incredible story and explore the shocking findings suggesting that Mokele-mbembe is more than just a myth. Terrifying discovery in the Congo proves the Mokele-mbembe is still alive. In a time long before humans walked the earth, dinosaurs ruled the planet. These incredible creatures, ranging from the towering Brachiosaurus to the fearsome Tyrannosaurus rex, dominated the land for millions of years. Their era, known as the Mesozoic era, spanned approximately 180 million years, divided into three periods: Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. However, around 65 million years ago, a catastrophic event marked the end of this reign. Scientists believe a massive asteroid struck the Earth near what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. This impact caused an extinction event that wiped out nearly 70% of all life on Earth, including most of the dinosaurs. The skies darkened with debris, the climate drastically changed, and the once thriving dinosaur population perished, marking the end of an era. But what if some of these ancient creatures managed to survive? This question brings us to the fascinating world of cryptids, creatures whose existence is suggested but not scientifically proven. Cryptids play a significant role in folklore and modern culture, capturing our imagination and fueling countless stories and legends. One of the most intriguing cryptids is the Mokele-mbembe. According to local legends in the Congo Basin, this creature is said to resemble a sauropod dinosaur, much like an apatosaurus. The name Mokele-mbembe translates to one who stops the flow of rivers, highlighting its enormous size and power. The legend of the Mokele-mbembe dates back centuries. Indigenous tribes of the Congo have long spoken of this beast, describing it as a large, long-necked creature that inhabits the remote swamps and rivers. These stories have been passed down through generations, maintaining a consistent description that suggests the Mokele-mbembe is more than a mere myth. In the early 20th century, Western explorers and missionaries began hearing these tales and sought to uncover the truth. Their reports brought the legend of the Mokele-mbembe to a global audience, sparking interest and curiosity among cryptozoologists and enthusiasts worldwide. But what kind of environment could hide such a mysterious creature?
That's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, okay, all right. Certain myths, they can stand the test of time because it's a possibility that it could be out there. But something the size of this, a dinosaur, how does it hide? How do you stay hidden? How do you stay a myth at that size? It was classified as the creature that stops rivers and stuff like that. Like, you can't hide that. So I'm sitting here racking my brain on like, could it be possible?
The Congo Basin is a huge region in Central Africa. Spanning over 1.5 million square miles, it is home to one of the world's largest rainforests, second only to the Amazon. The dense jungles and vast swamps of the Congo Basin create a captivating and foreboding environment, making it an ideal hiding place for undiscovered species, including the legendary Mokele-mbembe. The landscape of the Congo Basin consists of tropical rainforests, rivers, swamps, and savannas. The heart of this region is the Congo River, the second longest river in Africa, which snakes through the dense foliage and nourishes the diverse ecosystem. The river's extensive network of tributaries and swamps forms a maze challenging to penetrate, even for the most seasoned explorers. One of the reasons the Congo Basin is so suitable for hiding undiscovered species is its sheer size and inaccessibility. Much of the region remains unexplored and unmapped, with vast areas virtually untouched by modern civilization. The dense canopy of the rainforest blocks sunlight from reaching the forest floor, creating a dark, humid environment where visibility is limited. This natural barrier, coupled with the thick undergrowth and treacherous swamps, makes the Congo Basin a challenging place to explore. However, the harsh conditions of the Congo Basin pose significant challenges for any expedition. The thick vegetation makes overland travel arduous, often requiring explorers to cut their way through with machetes. The swamps and rivers are full of dangerous wildlife, including crocodiles, hippos, and venomous snakes. In addition to these natural hazards, the region is known for its heavy rainfall and extreme humidity, which can quickly wear down even the most seasoned adventurers. One of the most scary aspects of exploring the Congo Basin is the threat of disease. Malaria, yellow fever, and other tropical diseases are prevalent in the region, posing serious risks to human health. Explorers must take extensive precautions to protect themselves, including vaccinations and anti-malarial medications. Despite these measures, the risk of falling ill remains high, further complicating efforts to uncover.
I did not know that was still like a threat over there. You know what I mean? And then my question is it even worth it? They said even with you taking all the vaccinations and everything like that, there's still a high chance of you getting sick and contracting one of those diseases. Like, man, like, did y'all know that was still a thing over there? I didn't. Very informative there.
Cover the secrets of this remote wilderness. The lack of infrastructure in the Congo Basin adds another layer of difficulty. Roads are scarce and often impassable, especially during the rainy season. While effective in some areas, expeditions must rely on river travel, which can take time and effort. The logistical challenges of transporting supplies and equipment through such a hostile environment cannot be underestimated. So have there been any recent sightings of the Mokele-mbembe? This is where the importance of the Congo Basin comes in. One particularly compelling sighting occurred in the late 1990s when a group of locals fishing along the Congo River reported seeing a massive, long-necked creature rise out of the water. According to their testimony, the creature had smooth, grayish-brown skin and moved with a grace that belied its enormous size. The fishermen watched in awe as the Mokele-mbembe swam across the river before disappearing into the dense jungle on the opposite bank. Another recent encounter involved a tourist group on a guided expedition through the Congo Basin. The tourists reported seeing a large, unidentified animal moving through the water in a remote swamp area. Their guide, a local expert, immediately identified the creature as the Mokele-mbembe, citing the long neck and distinctive shape as key identifiers. The tourists were able to capture several blurry photographs, which, while not definitive, add to the growing body of anecdotal evidence.
Yeah, but this doesn't really fit the myth, right? It's known as the river stopper. You don't see it slowing down anything right there. And then I have questions on, is it aquatic like that? Is it able to be up underwater for extended periods of time? Maybe that's why we haven't seen it. You know, maybe it changed. Maybe it adapted to the water and now it's up underwater instead of outside of it. But then again, as big as those things were, I don't know. I got a lot of questions. I'm even confusing myself because I got a lot of questions about it.
Though often fleeting, he funded an expedition led by naturalists Hans Schomburg and Franz Schomburg. Despite their extensive search, the Schomburg brothers did not find the elusive creature, but returned with compelling stories from local tribes who described the Mokele-mbembe in remarkable detail. In the 1980s, American explorer and biologist Dr. Roy P. McCall, a professor at the University of Chicago, led 2 significant expeditions into the Congo Basin. McCall, deeply fascinated by cryptozoology, spent months in the remote swamps and rivers, gathering testimonies from local villagers and searching for physical evidence. Although McCall did not capture the Mokele-mbembe, his detailed accounts and the documentation of his findings added credibility to the legend and fueled further scientific interest. Another key figure in the search for the Mokele-mbembe is Japanese researcher Junichiro Kubodera. In the early 2000s, Kubodera organized several expeditions to the Congo, using modern technology such as sonar and underwater cameras to search for the creature. Despite the challenging conditions, his team managed to capture intriguing sonar readings and underwater footage that suggested the presence of a large, unidentified aquatic animal. The expeditions have collected various types of evidence that hint at the existence of the Mokele-mbembe. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is the discovery of large, unusual footprints along riverbanks and swamp areas. These tracks, often measuring over 3 feet in diameter, have been analyzed by experts who note their similarities to the footprints of sauropod dinosaurs. The depth and size of the footprints suggest they were made by a massive, heavy creature, lending credence to the eyewitness accounts.
Okay, could be Bigfoot as well, you know? Has there ever been any like Bigfoot sightings in the Congo though? Never really heard them mention that. Just a thought.
Environmental samples taken from suspected habitats of the Mokele-mbembe have also provided intriguing results. Water and soil samples analyzed in laboratories have revealed traces of unknown organic material, which some scientists believe could belong to an undiscovered species. These findings, while not conclusive, add another layer of mystery and possibility to the search. Photographic and video evidence, although often blurry and inconclusive, continues to surface. The most notable footage comes from the 2006 expedition led by British explorer Andrew Sanderson. His team captured a brief video showing a large, dark figure moving through the water in a remote swamp. While skeptics argue that the footage is inconclusive, supporters believe it could be the first visual proof of the Mokele-mbembe. The notion that a dinosaur-like creature such as the Mokele-mbembe could have survived extinction is both fascinating and perplexing. Several theories have been proposed to explain how such a creature could persist undetected for millions of years. One leading hypothesis suggests that the Congo Basin's remote and isolated environment provided a sanctuary for species thought to be extinct. The dense jungles and vast swamps create a natural barrier, making it difficult for humans to explore and for larger animals to migrate. This isolation could have allowed the Mokele-mbembe to survive while other species perished. A parallel can be drawn with the story of the coelacanth's rediscovery. For decades, this prehistoric fish was known only through fossils, with paleontologists estimating that it had vanished around 66 million years ago during the mass extinction event that also wiped out the dinosaurs. However, in 1938, Marjorie Courtney Latimer, a museum curator in South Africa, stumbled upon a living specimen among a fisherman's catch. This unexpected find shocked the scientific community and proved that the coelacanth had somehow survived undetected in the depths of the Indian Ocean.
If that's the case, then Megalodon is alive. And I know we're not talking about Megalodon, and we're talking about the Mbembe, but if that's the case, then how can y'all go back and forth with me about Megalodon? See, this is what I'm talking about. So know what y'all be talking about before y'all be coming at me about Megalodon.
Another hypothesis claims that the Mokele-mbembe could be a surviving member of a small population of sauropods. Over time, these creatures may have adapted to their environment, developing behaviors and traits that allowed them to avoid detection by humans. This adaptation could include nocturnal activity, a preference for deep-water habitats, and an elusive nature, making them extremely difficult to spot. But how could the Mokele-mbembe survive in the Congo Basin? Based on eyewitness descriptions, the Mokele-mbembe is believed to be an herbivore that feeds on the abundant vegetation in the region. Its diet likely consists of aquatic plants, leaves, and fruit, similar to the dietary habits of known herbivorous dinosaurs. The Congo Basin's rich biodiversity provides a plentiful food source for such a creature. The dense forests and swamps are teeming with plant life, offering a sustainable habitat for a large herbivore. Additionally, the vast interconnected waterways of the Congo River system would allow the Mokele-mbembe to travel and find food while remaining hidden from human eyes. The presence of a large herbivore like the Mokele-mbembe would have a significant impact on the local ecosystem, As a primary consumer, it would play a crucial role in shaping the vegetation and influencing the structure of the habitat. By feeding on certain plants, the Mokele-mbembe could help maintain the balance of plant species, preventing any one species from becoming dominant and ensuring a diverse ecosystem. Furthermore, the Mokele-mbembe's interactions with other animals could provide insights into the dynamics of the Congo Basin's food web. For example, if the creature competes with other large herbivores, such as hippos, for food resources, it could affect the distribution and behavior of these animals. Similarly, if the Mokele-mbembe preys on or is preyed upon by other species, it would influence the population dynamics of those species as well. But what has been the cultural impact of the creature in the region? Locals have many beliefs about it. According to tribal mythology, the Mokele-mbembe is believed to have the ability to control the waters, a power that makes it both revered and feared. Elders and shamans often tell stories of how the creature can bring both fortune and misfortune, acting as a guardian of the natural world and a protector of the sacred waterways. Rituals and ceremonies dedicated to the Mokele-mbembe are still practiced by some tribes.
Now, that part right there, if that's true, that makes sense. You know? We often talk about how important the Amazon rainforest is and how they're destroying it and tearing it down and doing different things and how it's affecting the planet. If having this animal still alive preserves the land, the Congo, the rainforest, then isn't that a good thing? Even if we never see it and it's out there, but we don't know it, it's a possibility, and it's also preserving the rain. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You almost want to make sure it's true so you have that confirmation and then try to see if you can take one of them and put them over in the Amazon to protect it.
These rituals are meant to honor the creature and seek its protection, ensuring the safety and prosperity of the community. The Mokele-mbembe is seen as a symbol of the untamed wilderness and the mysteries of the natural world. The legend of the Mokele-mbembe has also had a significant impact on the local economy and social dynamics. The interest in the dinosaur draws tourists and researchers from around the world, eager to catch a glimpse of the legendary beast or gather evidence of its existence. This influx of visitors has led to the development of local tourism industries, providing much-needed income and employment opportunities for the communities in the region. Guided tours and expeditions into the remote areas of the Congo Basin have become a popular attraction. Local guides, who possess intimate knowledge of the terrain and the legends, lead these tours, sharing stories and insights about the Mokele-mbembe with fascinated tourists. This has not only boosted the local economy, but also helped preserve and promote the cultural heritage of the tribes. The legend of the Mokele-mbembe has captivated the imagination of many, but it has also faced significant skepticism from the scientific community. Mainstream scientists often express skepticism about the existence of the Mokele-mbembe for several reasons. First and foremost is the lack of concrete evidence. Despite numerous expeditions and countless eyewitness accounts, there has been no definitive proof, such as a captured specimen or clear photographic evidence, to substantiate the claims. This absence of physical evidence makes it difficult for scientists to accept the creature's existence. Another reason for skepticism is the improbability of a large dinosaur-like creature surviving undetected for millions of years. The Mesozoic era, when dinosaurs thrived, ended around 65 million years ago. For a creature like the Mokele-mbembe to have survived extinction and remained hidden in the Congo Basin would require an extraordinary set of circumstances. Scientists argue that such a creature would need a stable and sustainable population to avoid inbreeding and genetic decline. Yet there are no signs of such a population. Another reason for the skepticism is the inhospitable and challenging environment of the Congo Basin. While the dense jungles and swamps could theoretically hide a large creature, the difficulty of conducting thorough and systematic searches in this terrain makes it unlikely that a population of large animals could remain completely undiscovered. Over the years, several expeditions have returned empty-handed, further fueling skepticism. Critics argue that many sightings and footprints attributed to the Mokele-mbembe could be misidentifications of known animals, such as elephants, hippos, or large reptiles. For example, the rounded footprints often cited as evidence could easily belong to a hippo whose tracks can resemble those described in eyewitness accounts.
Now, all of these are valid, great points. Great points. I agree. You know, that's some of my skepticism. Those same points that he made, a lot of my skepticism about it. But at the same time, if the myth still does a lot of good, then why not let it be? Why not let it be? Like, it ain't gonna be until we realize how much damage we've done to these rainforests that we're too far gone till we realize that we should have preserved even some of these myths.
In addition, some skeptics believe that local folklore and the human tendency to embellish stories contribute to the persistence of the legend. They argue that the Mokele-mbembe is a product of myth and cultural storytelling rather than a real living creature. Skeptics also point out that the economic benefits of tourism based on the legend might incentivize locals to perpetuate the story. Efforts to debunk the legend often focus on providing alternative explanations for the evidence presented. For instance, blurry photographs and ambiguous sonar readings are often scrutinized and found to be inconclusive or misinterpreted. Skeptics also highlight the lack of consistent and repeatable evidence as a major flaw in the claims of the Mokele-mbembe's existence. And that's not all. The line between myth and scientific possibility is often blurred when it comes to cryptids like the Mokele-mbembe. While the creature remains a legend, there have been instances where cryptids were proven to exist, challenging our understanding of the natural world. One famous case is the discovery of the okapi, a forest-dwelling mammal in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Known to local tribes but dismissed by scientists as a myth, the okapi was officially discovered in the early 20th century, proving that large, unknown animals can still be found. Native to the dense rainforests of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the okapi is a close relative of the giraffe, characterized by its zebra-like stripes and unique body shape. For centuries, the local tribes were aware of the okapi, incorporating it into their folklore and daily lives. However, Western scientists dismissed the creature as a myth until the early 20th century. In 1901, Sir Harry Johnston, a British explorer, managed to obtain a skull and a piece of skin from an okapi, providing the first tangible evidence of its existence. This discovery astonished the scientific community and confirmed that large, unknown animals could indeed exist in the world's unexplored regions. The discovery of other cryptids turned real also supports the plausibility of the Mokele-mbembe. For instance, the giant squid, once thought to be a myth, was proven real when scientists captured live footage of the elusive creature in its natural deep-sea habitat. Similarly, the existence of the saola, also known as the Asian unicorn, was confirmed in the 1990s. This extremely rare mammal, native to the Annamite range of Vietnam and Laos, was known only through local folklore until its discovery by the scientific community. Conversely, there are numerous examples of cryptids that have been debunked. The Loch Ness monster, for instance, has been the subject of extensive investigation, with most evidence being attributed to hoaxes, misidentifications, or wishful thinking. Despite this, the legend persists, much like the Mokele-mbembe. The Loch Ness monster, affectionately known as Nessie, is one of the most famous cryptids in the world. Nestled in the deep, dark waters of Loch Ness in Scotland, this legendary creature has captivated the public's imagination for decades, much like the Mokele-mbembe. Despite numerous investigations and extensive efforts to uncover the truth, Nessie remains shrouded in mystery, with most evidence pointing to hoaxes, misidentifications, or sheer wishful thinking. The legend of the Loch Ness monster dates back to ancient times, with some of the earliest references appearing in Scottish folklore. However, Nessie truly captured global attention in the 20th century. In 1933, a sighting by George Spicer and his wife reported a large, beastly figure crossing the road near the loch, sparking a media frenzy. Shortly after, the infamous surgeon's photograph emerged, allegedly showing the monster's long neck and small head rising from the water. This photograph became one of the most iconic images associated with Nessie, though it was later revealed to be a hoax. Scientific investigations into the Loch Ness monster have been extensive and varied. One of the earliest significant studies was conducted in the 1960s by the Loch Ness Phenomena Investigation Bureau. Using sonar technology, researchers scanned the depths of Loch Ness, hoping to detect large, unknown creatures. While some intriguing sonar readings were recorded, none provided conclusive evidence of Nessie's existence.
But what if they did? What if they did? You think we know about it? See, this be my pushback on a lot of things. And although I'm not saying that it exists, but this be my pushback sometimes. A lot of things that they discover, do they immediately let us know about? No, we don't find out they know about them until we discover it. And then they be like, yeah, we've known about it, or they're forced to come clean. Like, don't get it wrong or get it twisted. It could very well be a myth, but if it's not, they know. They know. I stand firmly on that.
Further technological advancements allowed for more sophisticated searches. In 1975, a team from the Academy of Applied Science, led by Robert Rines, conducted underwater photography expeditions. They captured some blurry images that appeared to show a flipper in the body of a large animal. Still, these findings were widely disputed and considered inconclusive by the scientific community. What does the future hold for this mysterious creature? The quest to uncover the truth about the Mokele-mbembe continues, with ongoing investigations and cutting-edge technology offering new hope for those determined to find concrete evidence of this elusive creature. As interest in the Mokele-mbembe remains high, researchers are exploring innovative methods to prove its existence and understand its implications for science and conservation. Several current projects and expeditions are focused on finding definitive proof of the Mokele-mbembe. Researchers from various fields, including cryptozoology, biology, and anthropology, are collaborating to conduct comprehensive studies of the Congo Basin. These expeditions aim to collect more detailed and conclusive evidence, such as high-quality photographs, DNA samples, or even a live specimen. One of the most prominent ongoing efforts is led by the Mokele-mbembe Research Foundation, a dedicated team of scientists and explorers who have been conducting annual expeditions to the Congo. Using a combination of traditional fieldwork and modern technology, they are mapping out potential habitats and setting up remote cameras and motion sensors to capture any signs of the creature. Advancements in technology are significantly aiding in the search for the Mokele-mbembe. The use of drones equipped with high-resolution cameras allows researchers to survey vast and inaccessible areas of the Congo Basin from the air. These drones can capture images and videos from difficult-to-reach locations, providing a broader perspective of the terrain and potential habitats. Additionally, environmental DNA analysis is emerging as a powerful tool in the search for unknown species. By collecting water samples from rivers and swamps where the Mokele-mbembe is believed to reside, scientists can analyze the genetic material present in the water. This technique can detect the presence of DNA from rare animals, potentially identifying traces of the Mokele-mbembe without needing a physical specimen. Acoustic monitoring is another innovative approach that is being employed. By setting up underwater microphones, researchers can listen for unique sounds that might be attributed to the Mokele-mbembe. This method has been successful in studying other aquatic animals and could provide valuable clues about the creature's presence and behavior. But what are the ethical and environmental considerations of searching for the Mokele-mbembe? This creature, if proven to exist, would not only be a living link to prehistoric times, but also a symbol of the rich biodiversity of this remote region. Such a finding could galvanize international support and funding for the preservation of the Congo Basin, one of the world's largest and most vital rainforests. However, protecting both the Mokele-mbembe and its habitat presents significant challenges. The Congo Basin faces threats from deforestation, mining, and agricultural expansion, all of which endanger the delicate ecosystems within. Efforts to conserve the area must address these human activities while balancing the needs of local communities who depend on the land for their livelihoods. Conducting research in the Congo Basin necessitates a respectful and ethical approach, particularly regarding the local communities and their beliefs. Indigenous tribes have coexisted with the land and its creatures for generations, and their knowledge and cultural practices are integral to any scientific investigation. Researchers must engage with these communities, ensuring their participation and consent in all aspects of the research process.